What's up, you guys? Welcome or welcome back. First of all, this is the view that I woke up to today. Incredible. Let's take a moment. That was probably top 3 views I've ever had from a hotel room. Just insane. I couldn't stop staring at it. This is the Rowardennen Inn, which we slept at last night. Sorry, by the way, if I sound a little sick, it's because I am sick. But let's just kind of get on with a voiceover. Anyways, if you remember from the last video, my husband and I are hiking the West Highland Way, and we decided to have a rest day today, so we are having our slow morning, enjoying this beautiful view over our coffee and delicious hotel breakfast. And once we were done with that, we headed out towards our ferry. This slow morning continued, but not for long. Here I was appreciating the sunshine and the leisurely stroll to where I thought the ferry terminal was. But when I got there, there was this Scottish man who informed us that this is not where the ferry terminal was, and it's actually down the road like 10 minutes. But the thing is, the ferry was supposed to come in like 7 minutes, so at this point we had to start running. So despite that little scare, we did eventually make it to this really cute youth hostel. The accommodations in Rowardennen are just, I guess, adorable. I don't know why that's such a consistent thing that we noticed. Would love to come back and stay there. But we made it to the dock, and we just could not believe the view. So cute. And then there was our ferry off in the distance. So we actually had a few minutes to spare before it got here. I am glad we made it because there were no other ferries going out today. So as an alternative, we would have to take a train or bus back to Glasgow and then to our final location for today, which to me would just feel like we were going completely backwards. And honestly, I just think that ferry rides are so fun because they're public transit, so they're usually super affordable. It's a great value. You're getting a really cool boat tour of a certain area. Our captain on this tour was giving us so many cool facts about Luss and about Scotland and the history. Like, here, listen for yourself.
But actually the village is very historic. This whole area is very, very historic. So you're just coming into the lowlands of Scotland. If we go right back to Viking times, actually a lot of Vikings settled around here. So a little later on, of course, Robert Bruce, during his fights to become the overall King of Scotland, was supported by the Cahoon clan. And the Cahoon clan were awarded. He gave them all this land up here, and they still own it to this day, still have a clan chief to this day.
So this was a really awesome tour, but then he also wouldn't talk so that we could just admire the view. And I went down and ordered a drink. I wonder if you can guess what exactly I ordered. There's a hint. It was really tasty. It's like 9 in the morning here or something, like maybe 10 in the morning, and I literally had a whiskey coffee. So that was probably also a bad idea because I'm supposed to be recovering today. But anyway, and at this point I was really appreciating my decision to skip this leg, because who do I need to prove anything to? I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I'm on this trip to have a good time. I don't need to force myself to be in pain to potentially cause permanent injury to myself. Why would I do that when I'm trying to have fun? I'm supposed to be having fun. And this to me was so fun. So I think, I learned so many lessons on this trip and future trips. But I guess one of my first lessons was you don't have to be so rigid to your plan, and you can meticulously plan something so far in advance, and you'll never be able to predict how you feel in the moment when you're in there. And so you need to be adaptable to that and have grace with yourself and to how you're feeling. And that's fine. So here we are in Luss. I will say it was very touristy, probably the most touristy place that we've been to since we got to Scotland this time around, which is making me slightly miss the West Highland Way, but don't worry, I'll be back soon. Here I am at the sauna. Yeah, they give you this little bin to put your stuff in and change, and I just used the action camera for this part because I was worried about my phone overheating, but I think it would have been fine. But anyways, yeah, you go, how any sauna works is you go in the hot part, and then you go in the cold part. So this is me doing a cold dip in the lock, and then I'm back in the sauna. That's all the footage I got. But that was the river that I was dunking in, which is way colder than the lock, but it was way cleaner, so I preferred it. And then afterwards, here I'm saying, like, that was amazing. It was so nice for recovery, for my muscles and my feet and just everything. I was like rubbing my feet the whole time. And Ben couldn't come because I booked this last night, and he just didn't decide he was coming until this morning. But it worked out well because it was all girls, and we were just like chit-chatting, and I think a boy would have thrown it off even if it was my husband. So anyways, I walked back to where Ben was, and he was just chilling at this brewery, which I saw earlier that day, so I knew how to get there. And he was like, hey, the gin and tonic is really good. So my second drink of the day is this gin and tonic, but it was really good. And like I said, I'm on vacation. Like, I got this little sandwich thing, and then he got the avocado toast, which looks delicious. I was kind of wishing I ordered that instead. Kind of just getting tired of Scottish food at this point, which is crazy because it's only been like 3 days. But we were also just kind of getting tired of Luss. Like, we felt like we'd spent enough time there. So we waited for the bus, got on the bus, and I really tried to like film really scenic shots because this was a very scenic bus ride, but that's very hard to do on a bus. So this is like the best I could do. But just know that if you do ever decide to take the bus from Luss to Inverarnan, it is very pretty. This is the Drovers Inn. This is where we got dropped off at. We actually almost missed this stop, and the bus driver was like, 2 of you are supposed to be getting off here. And we were like, oh my God, this is our spot, sorry. We have to get our stuff under the bus. Anyways, we stopped here for like, I don't know why, we just kind of sat here for a little bit. And then we met this woman who is a pediatrician in Australia. So she was super cool. So we were just chatting with her for a little bit. Ben got a drink. I got like a cider or something. So that's my third drink on my recovery day. Again, mistake. Don't do that. Don't be like me. But we eventually walked to our campground, which is so cool. Like, look at this view. We set up camp, and then I'm pretty sure we walked back to Drovers Inn and got dinner. And we were hoping to run into the girl we met, but I guess she was like doing dinner later or something. We did eat dinner pretty early, but I did not have another drink because I was like, I'm supposed to be recovering today. That's enough. And I kind of explored a bit of the inn because I had to go to the bathroom. It was a really funky looking inn. This is one of those places that was kind of expensive, and it was just too expensive. Like, Ben entertained every lodging option, but ultimately decided on camping when it was just too unreasonable of a price. So, and the campground is really nice, so we're not upset about that. So we just enjoyed the views for the rest of the night, and then decided to settle in. And overall, we really enjoyed our rest day, and we've decided we're going to keep hiking tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And for now, good night, and see you next time.